if SKDC can get a good start here, because already got JDM64 on the Tech 9. Perhaps we'll see some excellent fragging from him. I can't even speak, James. What's going on?
No. So did Ocean throw JDM to Tech 9 because JDM's got armor as well. The armor's 650, so he must have thrown a Tech 9. This is something we've seen, I think, from, I want to say Hellraisers before? I might be wrong about that, but there we go. Rocker, though, going to get the first kill onto Els. The A defense looking good at the moment. Only 2 Ts remaining. Now make that 1. Relix hasn't got the bomb either. Relix is still in my dream team, actually, so he better ace. Oh, I don't know if it's an ace, but he better kill the other 2. He better clutch. That's the word I was looking for. He's got lots of time on the clock here. He does have armor. Has not been tagged yet, so very doable indeed. He's got to hunt and find these players, though. They're going to peek him at the same time. Can he use this cover to his advantage here? Going to try and get a quick one-on-one with Storm, but XP... I can't even... It's XP3, isn't it?
XP3, yeah.
Yeah, XP3 will finish it off. Because, you know why that's so confusing to me? Is because I used to do photography, and there was a black and white film that was actually a color film, but technically produced black and white, Dan, and it's called XP2.
What? I don't understand. Black and white film, that's a color film.
Yeah, it's
produced black and white.
Actually a color film, so you can
No
develop
sense.
it with a color process, which is just like, you can do it in half an hour, rather than the black and white one, which takes longer. But it's actually it shoots black and white, but it's technically a color film.
All right.
Anyway, more about this tomorrow. Back to the match.
Okay, so we've got the Tech 9 armor buy in from SKDC, something that's been very, very potent. I think stats at Katowice
Olaf Meister says hi.
were around 38%, if I'm not mistaken, of rounds 1 of this type. So obviously, even without the Tech 9, you want to go for pushes like this, and with the pistol armor on the second round, buy up, and it's proving so far effective. They've taken down 1 player, and they're getting themselves down to the lowest site. We do have a nice setup here from eLevate. I gotta say, this does look very nice indeed here. They're going to try to get that bomb down in the smoke. It's not going to happen. A quick little cheeky team kill from Rush onto Rocker, but that shouldn't make life too difficult here, as they do have the proper cover. It's just JDM64 from the vents. It's now been found out, but this is going to be a hard one now for him.
Elish has a normal FAMAS, and he's named it StatTrack FAMAS. This is ridiculous. But I respect it. Okay, so JDM, 20 seconds left, and the CTs just have to not get a bit greedy here. The bomb is down. They know that. They've got the crossfire. It's not a crossfire. It's more of a trade frag situation. If Rush goes down behind a silo, Storm pops out and gets the frag. 5 seconds left on the clock, and there was nothing JDM could do in that situation. eLevate continue to clean sheet so far, but it is very early days indeed. 2 rounds in the bag. Good start on the CT half, but again, still very much all to play for. It goes without saying. We've seen some really great matches on Nuke recently. We've seen the strongest Nuke teams going head-to-head. We've seen TSM and NIP. Something Semphis was saying is that they have a wall-off smoked TSM, which goes from main to CT red, leaves Mac open, and then they can rush through Mac, but they didn't use it once at Katowice.
Yeah, I've seen that one from them before. It's pretty nice. They have a lot of really fast main splits on their upper pushes, which have been really fantastic to watch. But this round, just the straight-up save here from SKDC is going to get cleaned up there by the spray down. And 3-0 now the score. SKDC going to be in with the bye. And what are we to expect here? I mean, usually in this kind of a spot, you would expect to see the default round, the standard play, just trying to get map control, just holding lobby and radio, just waiting for the grenades to go away, whilst the rest of your teammates just slowly but surely clean out angles on the outside. That's usually how it works for the Ts, and then you kind of play off of what you get out of that. And
JDM's naked, Dan.
He's naked, but he has an AWP, so...
Oh, those nades!
Ooh. Oh, they're pushing with 3 men outside. This could be massive here as the first kill comes their way. And JDM64 able to actually kill Elish right at the end there, so that aggression is faltering. But what a great idea. Relic's up on main roof as well, able to take down Rocker. So things are swinging massively in favor of SKDC now.
This is bananas. They tried to crush their economy, even taking them by surprise, but they lost so many CTs, and that will put them at a massive disadvantage for the remainder of the round. Only 2 CTs to defend Nuke. That's while the rotations are fast, that is less than ideal, to say the very least. So nice idea, but it was high risk. It's, you know, this nuke is a map that is to the CT's advantage, and they tried to storm, no pun intended, but the storm was weathered there.
Yeah, so I really like that idea. If the nades had been a bit deeper, it would have been much more successful as well, because they would have got a guaranteed kill on JDM64, but they still have a buy up their sleeves. Unfortunately for them, XP3 is without any rifle, and they don't really have that many grenades.
Is this a TSM strat? Where they push a CT close to nuke, close to main, sorry?
I'm not sure if it's TSM specific, but that aggression outside is this time yielding a result, because they managed to pick off one player with it, and now this is getting smoked off as well. So that's pretty massive now, because that means that eLevate know that there's more or less nothing SKDC can do outside at the moment. They're restricted to playing around lobby and radio.
This is a more reasonable round from eLevate, more standard round, and it's going their way, as most rounds should on average on this map. Nice peeking here by Storm, not an angle I've seen to peek like that very often. Goes for the pop flash, but it's far too slow, and they will not get the kill. Dumore taking down Elijah as well. So now it's 3 versus 2, half a minute on the clock. B plant is going to be hard while Rush is in the control area. Oh, he spots the player trying to get into the smoke, but he didn't get there fast enough, and the rest of the cleanup will come in from eLevate. As to that CT being on the other side of main outside, actually I have no idea if it's a TSM threat or not, but I know that that was something they were using in Katowice, and it was something they were expecting on the T side as well, and they had pop flashes as they merged past the boxes to kind of cancel out somebody who was in that position. But it's something I haven't seen too commonly from other teams playing on Nuke, apart from NIP.
Yeah, that's that outside aggression is something that TSM pride themselves on being experts at, if not one of the best, if not best team when it comes to that. With Device always taking every jewel he can find outside, but gonna have this pistol save outside. Let's see if they can actually get something going here. They did wall off with those smokes, as you can see, so nice little investment to get all the pistoling players in the close ranges, but here comes Leech up the stairs with Secret, able to get one quick kill. XP3 coming in on the crossfire, and that will be the rest of the team cleaned up. SKDC now going down 5-1 as eLevate are pushing onwards with the economy. Looking not looking super safe economically speaking at the moment though. I
think that that round where they rushed, the first buy round, I think it was like maybe a calculated risk for the CTs. They probably thought, okay, if this goes wrong, we can still buy in the next round after having a clean first 3 rounds. And that will mean that later on, as you can see now, their money is a bit more limited. But so far, so good. 5 rounds to the 1 of SKDC. So there is a massive hole in Squeaky, and it will go in favor of Dumore on this occasion. And we need the camera changed, as it is hanging on the player. Thank you very much. All right, so Dumore doesn't have a helmet. He's gone for a bit of a force buy here. We'll see if that comes into effect later on. For now, he's still rolling around with 44 HP. He's gone for a bit of an MS paint job on his Sapphire logo as well. So I'll give him 6 out of 10 for that. Needs more shadow. Okay, so there is significant control outside from SKDC. XP3 is going to come and try and do some information gathering. Not going to see anybody, so not much to report for his team. At least he's not expecting a flank towards Hell, and he can concentrate a bit more on ramp for maybe the next 15-20 seconds. So it looks like it's going to be a 3-man push onto the A site. Not going to go well so far. Pop Flash doesn't do the job, but he eventually get the trade and the site. The bomb's getting planted for main. There are going to be 3 in main now. What a snap there. Take down a rush in the Squeaky area. Only Storm remains. Let's see. It may be that he... Is he going to go for a full clutch or just try and go for exit frags? Gets a first frag onto Els, but now the remaining 2 will know where he is. Only relics remaining. And he pre-fired the vent, but didn't see his arm sticking out. And it will be round 2 for SKDC.
So it's going to come at a very, very keen moment for SKDC as they have now managed to force eLevate to use all their cash. So they're going to be forced to go for the eco now that if they should lose this one. There's not a lot of money on the side of SKDC, so we're seeing a bit of a struggle on the grenades. But perhaps they can pull something together here with a more pick-based play is we don't have anyone apart from Ocean outside at the moment, and it's just a very passive position. He's even going to fall back. I do believe, yeah, it's Relics up on the silo, just looking for some picks, and Ocean coming back around as well. So just a very passive opening here from SKDC at the moment to kick things off and to wait out the grenades, the pre-nades of eLevate. But that's all it is at the moment, and so often we see default rounds pan out in this way on Nuke.
Right, so who's that on the floor of A main? Well, never mind that. There is a push coming towards the ramp area. Dumore looking for the frag, finds the frag. Going to see a potential rotation from the CTs. Nobody's in the B bomb site at the moment. I think they might have a player towards the vents. Rocker's going to join him. And he is not going to try and hold. He is going to go aggressive, find a frag onto Ocean. But the T players are starting to swarm the site. They're positioning themselves to play the defense. You can see they know the importance of trying to hold that control area. Dumore, they're going to lose to XP3 though, which means that they cannot try to plant the bomb yet unless they have smoke, which they do. So 3 versus 3. Nades coming in here, going to do a bit of damage on JDM64. You can see Elige is in control, and XP3 will take the JDM64 behind the silo. Remaining players get cleaned up as well, and that is a good retake for eLevate there. Bit of damage taken, but 3 players surviving is probably the minimum they want.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just about manageable, and I mean, SKDC have put them in a bit of a precarious spot, but they are managing to do just fine. 2 rounds from SKDC so far is, also for them not too much to worry about. I mean, generally speaking, most teams struggle quite a lot on their T-sides. There's very few teams that have really strong T-sides. A team that's impressed me recently with their T-sides, I guess, I don't know if it should really even be impressive because it's NIP.
Dan, I've got to say something really quickly. This is an eco round from SKDC, which eLevate should expect, and Rocker and Rush don't have helmets. Rush left spawn with about 2,700 in the bank, so this is very much a gamble here. I mean, it will stretch his economy, but depending on where he's playing, it could come back to haunt him.
Yeah, and luckily no one's going to get tapped in the head, and I mean it is a pretty important consideration. It's something, I mean, at least I'm thinking about when I'm playing. I mean, it depends whether you have to. I mean, it's not much of an investment. I mean, it's not a corner you really want to cut in that kind of a spot. It can make a huge difference.
Yeah, but now Rocker's bought a helmet. Follow after the eco round.
That said as well, depending on some of the ranges, it is going to one-shot you anyway. And we know that Tech9's got a pretty decent range on that one-shot.
Yeah,
so
two of them had Glocks though. 2 of the SKDC players only had Glocks in that situation. But now, following the eco round, when they've all got AKs, he's bought a helmet. So I don't know if his armor was too low, but never mind. They've gone for a crazy push outside again, and they're starting to get picked off here by the SKDC players. Dumore JDM taking down 3 of them, XP3 being the 3rd. Elysian Storm remains, so I don't know if we're going to see another crazy push here from eLevate, because that's the second one, which has been a colossal failure. And they may just be giving a free round here to SKDC. Storm, though, going to take down Ocean. So it's 2 versus 3. Was still doable. Now it's going to be a bit difficult. If Elige can find the bomb carrier with his pants down, and maybe he can get a sneaky one in. But you can't expect the bomb carrier to be roaming around solo, so I think he's going to need at least 2 frags in quick succession here if he is to win this round.
It's certainly going to be quite the task. SKDC going to have to actually mess it up if they're going to. It's about them allowing him Elige to actually clutch this at this point. With 3 players left, there should be no way that Elige can pull this one off, and he does get caught off by Relics, who took an excellent position there up on Heaven. So going to be the 3rd round, and as you pointed out, it's very much worth noting that the only 2 of the 3 rounds that SKDC currently have are due to this aggressive outside play that eLevate have been throwing their way. And it's a strat that I've only ever seen from eLevate, like a 3-4 man push outside as CT. And so far, I mean, maybe there's merit to it. Maybe they've had merit to it in practice. However, at the moment, it's just making them look kind of terrible, because in those rounds, they're not even getting the kinds of trades to make it like break even. They're making massive losses there and essentially giving massive advantages to their opposition. So you've got to wonder where this strat came from and what the kind of quality assurance was going into actually them using it in a competitive match at this point.
Again, it's another round that's gone sour, but they still have a bye coming out. So I guess They've calculated it as far as their economy goes, but still, they're giving free rounds away to SKDC here, and they may come back to haunt them in the second half if SKDC can string a few bonus rounds together afterwards.
Yeah, I think you made a good point previously saying that like having gambles like that in the bag are really nice to use, but on a map like this, the way the CT dynamic is just so strong, just default anyway, that you don't even need to take big risks to throw them off.
Yeah, in that respect, it's kind of pointless actually, because if you could buy anyway, and the map is in your favor and it's a risk, then why even bother? So the ramp push is coming in, and Dumore once again I'm gonna avoid the pun. He's doing well on ramp parry anyway, but still a one-man advantage here for eLevate. Make that 2 after JDM goes down. Make that 3. Only Ocean left. 2 HP versus 4. He's not gonna last very long. So the good fortune continues here for eLevate, but I would like to see them giving up on these suicide runs.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing just fine when they're not going for these aggressive pushes. I can definitely understand. It's quite cool that in the moments when they're, well, not economically secure because they are putting themselves in a pretty rough spot potentially, but you know, when they can take a hit, they're trying to use it by choosing that moment to throw their opponents off. That's cool. That's really nice by them to be so cognizant to do that. As we do see this eco push coming in, and also oh, they don't get him. I don't believe it.
That is just absurd.
Oh man, that sucks for them. Had they killed Storm, it might have gotten a little bit interesting, picking up a weapon. 2 or 3 extra guys being alive, but there you go. Clean one, pretty much.
That was absurd, Dan. It was absurd. It was bloody absurd.
So now, 9-3. And eLevate, I doubt they're going to go for those crazy plays, because if they were to go for that, it would happen in the following round, probably, if they win this one. Because that tends to be the trend so far.
They've got the money to do a stupid push.
Let's see if they then try. I mean, I would respect them to just keep trying it until it works. To prove.
I most certainly hope they don't do that. Oh, JDM in his house. Is it going to be enough though? There's 1 frag. Needs to find 4 more if they are to take this round. It's not often you win a round with the CT saving on Nuke. So you must have to go in with the expectation of mass slaughter. But Rocker's going to even the things up and eLevate. They do not want to sit around today. I think they want to go to the BBQ. Wall of smoke's outside. And I like how JDM is holding the angle while his teammate emerges. So in case he gets caught unawares, there will at least be a trade kill.
Yeah, and I like how they're just sitting outside at the moment, trying to use the round time a little bit and see if eLevate try to give a peek here, especially as JDM64 is holding on to the AWP. It's a really nice way to make sure that AWP can actually be used to its strengths, because when they actually push the site, he's going to have to get up close and personal with that AWP. It's going to be much harder. And there's the first peek, and JDM will actually pick up the kill. So Rocket goes down, and now they can try to make their way onto a site. There's 20 seconds left now, so time is of the essence.
I like JDM's shoulder peeking there in the main area. Try and bait, try and find out where the CTs are. Very difficult site to push. They can be directly above you. Commonly a place where Freiburg plays on the site. At least going to come through with a massive spray there, and there's going to be no bomb plant for SKDC. Let's have a look at how that will affect their money. Ooh, they are not going to have the cash to splash on this round. 2,500 on each player. Looks like they are going to save for last, as they say. All right, so now this would be the time to go for a crazy rush. But then, hey, if they all go outside on an eco, who knows? SKDC could charge into A and then get some bonus money for the next round.
Yeah, I think just keeping it passive, steady, seems to be doing them every single favor they would need, because SKDC haven't really found success against that. It's when eLevate come to them, that's when they're laughing. But they're all going to be jumping up on the side of here, and they can perhaps try to get themselves into main, just jump on main roof and just go for the main drop. Could be pretty awesome. And here we go, rolling in with the Tech 9 straight up onto the main roof as they charge down and trying to push outside now, just charging in, but it should just be a shooting gallery here for Rush. Look at this, 3 quick kills there for him, and Dumore's the only one left over. So this is looking to be around 11 for eLevate, and SKDC now going to be in a lot of trouble, because I feel like we've seen spots where eLevate would have gone for those aggressions, but now they decided, hey, you know what, we're doing just fine without those, and they're tapering them off, and so I doubt we're going to see that in this round as well. So unless SKDC can show that they've got some strats which actually are able to break the defense here of eLevate, it's going to be the same story as usual.
Oh, look at this Rambo push here from XP3. Nice angle for him to hold as well. Going to go for the more obvious one. Oh, he gets a tag through the wall, but Dumour is going to get sweet revenge there. And that is going to be a weakened A site. Let's see if there's going to be a rotation from the CTs, because there is potential for SKDC to push. Although, you have to pay attention to the positioning of eLevate, as they may have been prepared for such aggression. Ali's going to get a frag, but he's going to have to rotate his position now, otherwise he will be exposed. Push coming towards ramp. Dumour has had good success there so far, getting the picks, and it seems they may go for more in this particular round. JDM trying to back them up with the but it's going to be awkward angles for him. Storm going to try and get that Molotov in, and then retreat back to the site. Often you see European teams, they would throw the flame carpet onto the site itself, but he throws it elsewhere, and that's not going to stop the push. He will fall to to Ocean. So this could be a last round here for SKDC. 3 versus 2 though, could switch around very easily. Oh, it could have got 2 frags there, gets 1, and that will go the way of SKDC. 11-4 in favor of eLevate, could have been 13-2. We'll see how those extra rounds affect the second half.
Yeah, I mean, nuke is nuke, isn't it? So going to have to see what we can see on that pistol round. But SKDC definitely need to look at their T half, because generally speaking, as you said, we would have expected a lot more rounds to eLevate had they actually been playing that more passive kind of standard style that you'd kind of expect. Again, it's really cool that they are cognizant of how their money allows them to take risks in certain spots, understanding, okay, we can lose this round and do something risky to throw them off and kind of money screw them, and then if we lose it from that risk, that high risk, high reward situation, then hey, we can just buy on the second round because we've won enough rounds in a row that we've accrued the money to take that hit. That's great. That's really smart to think like that. However, on a map like Nuke, with rotations, they're so quick, so easy. You can play very passive kind of standard setups very effectively. It's not always a risk. It's not always about taking risks, but just doing what you're supposed to do and just doing it really well. Unlike a lot of other maps where they can see a lot more mix-ups. That said, recently, as you pointed out, we've seen a lot of NIP TSM lately on Nuke, 2 of the best Nuke teams in the world, and NIP have been doing a lot of mix-ups with their setups, but it's not too crazy.
No. So, since we're on a North American cast and we had Cloud9 in earlier, Dan, I told Shroud that because he has a really deep voice, that sounds like he's from a different culture, we're gonna call him Tyrone from now on.
All right.
On the stream. So it's no more Shroud, it's Tyrone.
What did he think of that?
He found it amusing.
Is that what he said? I find this amusing.
No. He just said, Tyrone, like in a really deep voice. Right, so all to play for here for SKDC. This is a key round. Not as much pressure as there would have been with a few less rounds, but pressure nonetheless. So, gonna go through Secret, only losing, well, no one. Rush going down now, though, as they contest the control area of B. Rocker's in an important position. Oh, he could have got a crossfire for the CTs, but Els was holding a nade in his hand. JDM with a trade frag there. Can they get the bomb down, though, with the control they have? Indeed they will. So at least there's that. 2 versus 2 now. This is anyone's. Again, pissed around. All you need is the shots to the head. 2 versus 1. Ocean is in an almost unwinnable position here. He knows where both teams are, though. He's going to use the walls to his advantage. Oh, what a shot there. Just as he was running out of bullets as well. Only 4 left in the clip. He could go for a smoke defuse, but that's going to be a hell of a longer defuse here as he's got no kit. 5 seconds left, and he had a hope and a prayer, Dan. And it wasn't enough. And hey, if this was, if we didn't have those 2 rounds where eLevate rushed, this could be 14-2. Yeah. But it's 12-4, and SKDC not have it yet.
Yeah, they do go for the pistol buy. They got the scout on JDM 64, so they're going to be trying to do what they can. And again, that stat that I mentioned previously did also apply to the CT pistol butts as well. So there's still like roughly around a 30% chance, it would seem statistically, generally speaking. Of course, I'm sure the sample size which really should be a bit bigger for that stat, but we all know that there's a solid chance here that these rounds go the way of the team on the pistol armor side of things. So I have to see if SKDC can find those odds in this situation. As eLevate slowly creep together, you can see how they're moving as a unit, trying to make sure they can keep those trades alive if SKDC are stacked in an area, or to try to make sure that if none of them are isolated, so no guns can be picked up from SKDC as well if they are to lose a man. But now they have actually made their way down onto the lower site here, and SKDC have plenty of warning and are slowly but surely getting players in position behind the smoke. Bomb down now though, so this is looking quite good for eLevate, yet to lose a man. And it's Relic's first blood. Ocean now down as well. eLevate holding well onto the site. Just Unleash down now as that bomb ticks away. Poor JDM 64 here. Not really had much chance to get much usage out of this scout, but finally he comes into the fray. Able to pick up one quick kill onto Rocker before deciding to turn tail and run. Not much more to accomplish there. And eLevate are going to pick this one up.
Is he going to get far enough away? I think he will, just about. Oh, but Storm's gonna go flying. I love the ragdolls in this game. Honestly, I do.
Yeah.
I'm not even being sarcastic. I actually love them. They are hilarious. All right, so the light is getting thinner and thinner. Is that? You're looking at me like I'm saying weird things. Dimmer works, Dan. The light is getting dimmer and dimmer. The source is becoming smaller and smaller. SKDC in the water, heading towards the shark at the moment. So JDM64 versus the whole world, and he will score at least one frag and fall to Storm. Cameo appearance by Elige. So that's the scout down. We'll see if SKDC will try to retrieve it. As eLevate have a significant presence outside. We have a CT creeping up the ladder like Steel at Valve's Christmas party then.
Well, I mean, this is pretty ridiculous because eLevate should pick this one up for free here before SKDC's buy can actually come into play. And the amount of momentum they have rolling in their favor as well is pretty brutal. There's like nothing that SKDC can really do in this round. I think Nuke Pistol, where you're on full save, is one of the like most helpless feelings you can get in this game, because it's like, well, I got a USP, you guys got rifles.
Yep.
You're just like, what do you want, dude?
Yeah. What do you want, dude? Well, I guess he could run around and fire.
It almost feels
might have an advantage. Yeah, no, it's futile, isn't it? It's like you're cornered by the school bully, and your time is up.
Well, at least we've got the AWP on JDM64 now, so gonna see these standards set up here from SKDC on the defense. Something that worked out so well for eLevate. Now, can JDM64 hit these shots? Because the line is about to peek him. Oh, this is a nice angle. How did he not connect anything there? I am surprised. But
he's got the wrong skin on his gun, Dan. You get the good skins, you do plus 20 damage, I heard.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, JDM is actually rolling without any armor this round as well. Probably won't really come into effect much with the AWP, but still.
Yeah, what position is he playing?
He was garage last time.
Okay.
I saw. Behind CT red there as well. So Ocean able to pick up Rocker now, and the CTs are limited on grenades here. They've got no way to really counter flash their opponents as they make this push on upper. That is a really horrendous situation for them as these kills come in 2-on-2 now. As JDM is going to put things in an advantage of SKDC. There's Relics coming in from behind, but that was a heavy round for SKDC. They lost almost everything there. Look at their money. Look at what they have. That is rough.
I think I remember someone saying recently that doors open in a different direction depending on if someone is on the other side of it. So like if you saw someone open a door from Squeaky there, and it opened towards them because their teammate was on the other side as opposed to in the other direction, which obviously can be a giveaway as to the positions of your opponents if doors start opening the wrong way, guys. So definitely pay attention to that while you are playing.
So Storm with a nice view here.
Novel view.
Over towards T-spawn, obviously having some issues. Not really the best time for us to have issues, because if SKDC win this round, then they can get the ball rolling and get their money going as well.
Maybe he's playing Candy Crush Saga and is alt tabbed. Doesn't have his sound on. He's on the move now. Oh, hello and goodbye to Rocker. JDM taking him out from near the tires in Mac. So XP3 and a teammate going to emerge back out of Secret. Going to try and take someone by surprise here. But JDM64 is ready and waiting. He found one, finds a second one. Looking for the trio outside, looking for the hat trick. That was not meant to be. Storm has reconnected. Not sure if he had a bit of lag there, but he's back in the game. And the only rush will remain for now. Flank is coming in from the CTs. Gets an entrance onto main. 18 seconds. He could get a bomb plant here. He's got to pick the right side of main, though. Let's see where he's going to go. I think he's picked the wrong one. But he gets the bomb down anyway, so at least there's that. Bit of bonus money here for eLevate. Going to allow him to keep the pressure on as SKDC bring one more round into the bag.
Yeah, that's really, really important. I mean, we'll see their money, SKDC's money now, but if they're able to get that buy going eLevate, even if it's a scrappy one, yeah, I really think they should go for the buy in this kind of a spot, because they know that the money of SKDC is pretty weak, so and their money bonus is building and building. So if they can at least try to get themselves kind of a guaranteed plant at the very least and get a few frags, that's going to kind of be a net win in the kind of overall goal of winning the match, getting those extra 2 rounds. Because SKDC, I mean, we can see this time, this round, they're able to buy the full nades, but if some damage is done here, that's not going to be the case for the following round, and eLevate are going to start getting advantages there.
Alrighty then. So, there's a lot of pressure here for SKDC. They cannot afford to lose a single round, as that would be match point eLevate. And they have a lot of them. 8 rounds deficit do SKDC have at present. So, it's going to be the Tech 9 buy here from eLevate. Tech 9 and 2 Deegs. And there's the first one. Bit of tagging through the wall, in fact. Going to send him down to 30 HP. But all he requires is 1 shot to the face. JDM has left the building. I wonder if they can use their numbers to try and get to his gun, although that would put the range in the advantage of the CTs. Could be suicide for them. They can try and shorten the ranges towards the ramp area. If they can try and pop flash a CT who might be on the other side of ramp. They do have 2 flashes and a smoke. So the options are open. Elige taking some damage here, potentially from relics on the ramp. Not sure where it came from, but you see the rotation from the CTs. They've got one on the vents as well. The bomb is down, picks up, down again, all the way into the site now, and that's pretty much round done here. Although there are 40 seconds on the clock, but the range is not going to be in favor of the eLevate team now. XP3, last man standing versus 4. More looking for some fun, find some, and was lucky not to get taken out there, to be honest.
SG3 with that Na'Vi sticker on his deagle. Did you notice that, James? Being the horrendous Na'Vi fan that you are.
Horrendous?
Horrendous Na'Vi fan.
How very dare you.
Alright, so...
Are you not looking forward to the new lineup?
Oh, no, I love Na'Vi. Especially,
yeah.
I'm excited for...
I'm convinced.
For what's happening with their new lineup as well. But here we go. Into the next round, and eLevate actually decided to go very light on the previous round investment. They could have gone for that full buy to really keep the pressure on, but they decided not to do that. Just a couple pistols, that was basically it.
Yeah, so and at the same time, it allowed the CT money to build.
Exactly, and now we have this issue where, well, sorry, an issue. We have a situation where here's all the money to play with for eLevate, but can they make something of it? Going to be actually getting their way down to Secret. They only lost 1 man on the attempt, so that's could have been worse. But they don't have a lurker in lobby, so this could also be problematic here. Oh, look at this. They're looking for that double back here, trying to catch the man on the flank, and they do so successfully. But a 1-for-1 trade is maybe a little bit too high a cost, having already lost a man. Look at this. The CTs are all over this. There's the double. JDM64 able to put in mad work, and they are going to pick up 1 more round.
That was fabulous play there by JDM. Oh, there's a flash. Just going to creep a little bit lower. and avoid it, and then come and slaughter you both at the same time. 2 people with 1 swipe down. He's a cold, clean, heartless murderer.
Yeah, it was a pretty rough round there for eLevate. And they're going to go for the eco. I didn't see their cash, actually. But they've lost, like, what, 4 in a row now? So they're going to be on, like, 2,900 as their bonus.
So have a quick look at their money while the part of the round is on. You can see the money's still looking a bit ropey for SKDC. So while they've got some rounds together, they are being costly at the moment.
Yeah, it's a shame they weren't able to get the bomb down for a proper buy. So that's going to allow SKDC to really build their economy. And you can see it's going to be another very confident round from them. Already opening things up is Ocean with a quick kill there. And just playing behind the smokes and just being all kinds of annoying that CTs are on this map. But here we go. Ramp taken now by eLevate. I have no idea what was going on there over by the ladder there.
Well, that's another clean round. Hey, SKDC are catching up pretty fast. They're about to hit double figures down, after which they'll only be 4 rounds behind. So, again, this is... see, the thing is, people look at, like, 1/2 of Nuke, and they're like, oh, man, the T's got bodied. The T's are kind of supposed to get bodied, but they can entirely, you know, the team who started on CT can entirely get bodied in return in the second half, and that's what we're seeing at the moment. But again, the margin for error is as small as it could possibly be here for SKDC, well, almost. See, Squeaky got naded off to try and give JDM some timing to get an angle through. I actually find it very hard to use a scope when there's fire. I can't really see through the fire in those situations, which means I can just get owned by the person on the other side, but there we go.
Yeah, there's the kind of smoke, the kind of black smoke that kind of rises off the top of it, which makes it really awkward. I agree, but I'm going to see the outside movement again behind the smokes from eLevate. It's not panned out so well for them in recent rounds, and they're not going to suffer a loss just yet, but they're looking for that flank, which did plague them previously. However, Elza's playing much more defensively than before, so might just catch them nonetheless. And there you go, able to pick up Elige, and he knows there's more outside as well, going to be able to make the call to his teammates as they're able to rotate swiftly. But I do believe most of them have dropped down from heaven here, so there's no one up there, and that is exactly what eLevate wanted with that kind of secret movement. Drop all the players down for those faster rotations towards the vents and the ramp area, leaving no one up on the rafters and the heaven area. So now SKDC in a horrible retake position, 2 versus 3. In goes Relics though, and JDM64 picking up frags as well. I have no idea how they're making this work, but it's the nice scope there from eLevate's XP3 to pull things together. Point blank range with the AWP, and that's 15-9.
That was pretty surprising comeback there from SKDC. Of course, they had no choice but to go for it, as now as they have failed, they are facing match points here. So now the margin for error is 0. They need 6 rounds in a row here to take this to overtime, which, if it would go that way, would be MR5. What that means is 5 rounds on either side, and it would start with 16k. Good start so far as JDM gets the opening frag. Oh, gets the second one as well. He is not to be trifled with.
He's pretty fast.
Yeah, I was sad when he left his previous team because he had some different views, and he was out of team for a while, but he's back. And he does not want to lose this match. Rush is the only one standing, lucky to get that frag as he was ill-prepared. But he needs to find 4 more. And he's got 45 seconds to do it. Will not be the case as Rex will finish him off. He's heavily tagged there by Els. So, SKDC need another 5 out of 5. And eLevate with limited money. Storm is in a position to drop some Warmonger pistols. Indeed, he will do that. So, round's not over till it's over. But can't be betting on eLevate for this one.
Yeah, they just got money screwed. I mean, winning one and then losing one, their bonus getting reset after having to fall by. Yeah, that's a really, really best case scenario, I suppose, is the best way to put it for SKDC. JDM once again opening things up for his team, able to take the opening kill. Looking for more here, notices one up on the silo. They are just basically giving JDM just like almost like a practice round here, able just to rattle off loads of up shots here to pick up these kills. And just 2 left now for eLevate. And Rocker somehow manages to kill Els there, but Ocean cleans it up, 15-11. And SKDC are rolling forwards, looking for that overtime situation. But eLevate actually going to be able to field a buy here if they really want to, and it would be smart to do so. They are going to go for it. So XP3 there with the AWP, and rifles for the rest of eLevate.
Yeah, let's not forget SKDC were heavy underdogs here in this match, and they are only 4 rounds away from evening things up and taking it into overtime. We'll see if they can prevail. JDM is looking sharp as a butcher's pencil at the moment. Yes, another frag for his team. I'd like to see how many kills he has, actually, because he's got quite a few in a row recently. Okay, so 27 and 19. Wow, he is absolutely beasting for his team here, but is it going to be enough? He still needs to find more frags to keep them in this and keep eLevate poor, broke, and hungry with nothing but stale bread to eat.
Yeah, JDM 64 has single-handedly been saving SKDC in a lot of these rounds because he's been getting actually some high-impact AWP frags by picking up kills very early on in rounds or by really halting aggressive plays like right at the start, to be honest, making the odds for eLevate to actually gain map control worse and worse. So, well, back into the action here, we do have the ramp take from eLevate. And that's been given up by SKDC. They've decided, okay, you know what, we don't want ramp. We will allow you to have that. And that's one of the luxuries of this map. You don't really have to have ramp, you just have to have awareness of where the T's are and have a setup on the sites.
You know what else is luxury, Dan?
What's that?
Belgian chocolate. Push is coming into the A site. Dumo's going to get the first frag. Trade's coming in for either side now. 3 versus 2. And make that 3 versus 1. Elide, the only one remaining. He will fall as well. No bomb plant. Very important to note that, as they will be lacking an $800 bonus. Going to be a pause coming in as one player needs to reconnect. Okay, so we're waiting for XP3 to return. And once again, guys, we hit 1 million users on Faceit.com today, which is awesome. And guys here were so happy. They said, guys, got to give away a knife. So if you check our Twitter, you'll see that there is something there. We are going to be giving away a bayonet Damascus steel factory new. Shines so bright in the light that it goes white. And I really did not mean to make that rhyme. I just a natural at these things. But hey, you see, you still got time to retweet here. I'll maybe pick a winner tomorrow. And wow, that's fantastic. Thanks, guys, for those messages.
CEO's birthday and everything. You can might make it up. You could make it up, I guess. But
you could make it up, but it's real.
You would suspect lies.
Is this real life? I suppose it is, Dan. Hey, we can show the knife, actually. It's in the inventory. We can show that lovely bayonet Damascus steel. We can show the knife. Back in the room, Producer Reese. I can forgive him because it is 2 o'clock in the morning. There we go. I call it blinding light because honestly, in the sun, it just goes white. Can't even see it. It's out of sight.
If you've got the digital vibrance on the go.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. If you don't have digital vibrance, then I feel bad for you, son. I've got 99 problems, but digital vibrance ain't one. Oh my god. How do I get myself into these situations?
Alright, well, 15-12 scores. We unpause now. Let's see if SKDC can make this work. Oh my god, it's a bit of a barbecue. Oh, by Squeaky Door. Ocean has got himself 4 kills.
Spam! That was so much spam. I'm closing my email right now.
We should get better spam filters. Come on.
That was disgusting. Do you know what I said to Shazam? I trolled Shazam hard today, man. I said to the guy, say, so have you guys added that jackpot website to the Cloud9 firewall? He lost a lot. I don't know if it's public how much he lost. I'm not going to say it, but I was like, what? Anyway. SKDC now, they've brought this back a hell of a long way. It's been a long, muddy hill, but that Molotov actually may slow down the advance of them taking, capitalizing on that frag into A.
They just lost 2 guys already at the start of the round. This is brutal. That's going to make things really, really hard here now because eLevate are going to have massive numbers advantage. They're just getting picked off one by one. What is this, James?
Goodbye, my friends.
This is terrible news here for SKDC. How are they going to save this? We have T's all over the upper bomb site now. Just Relics left alive. And the Lonesome coming in for the retake.
1 versus 5, and he's on fire, and he's got 14 HP, and he's about to die, Dan. I think that much is sure. And indeed it is. It's going to be 16-13 to SapphireKelownaDotCom. To Sapphire.